Money, a piece of paper, something we generally put time in at a job and are rewarded with a paycheck. Money has always been of great importance in this world, even dating back to Caesar and Pharaoh. The general rule of thumb is money equals power and respect. We usually see the wealthy as the most powerful people in the world. However, have you ever asked yourself, where does money actually come from? What is its origin? This is something the world knows little about, and I believe that is by design. Why aren't schools teaching us about money? If the whole point for us to go to school is to get a job, right, and make money, how to make money should be of equal importance, if not more, right? Yeah, we have our financials courses out there. However, they do not dig deep into the root of money. They are all a very broad overview of money, as if the school system does not want us to have financial education. Just go ahead and put your money in the bank and let it grow at 2% per year, and you'll be fine. That is not going to cut it for me, and I for sure know it won't for you. Let's begin with how our ancestors purchased goods back in 6000 BC. They used a system called barter, where people would trade goods for goods. For example, wheat for cotton and bread for milk. Then by 1900, the gold standard was introduced and adopted by the United States. The gold standard is a monetary system where a country's currency or paper money has a value directly linked to gold. With the gold standard, countries agreed to convert paper money into a fixed amount of gold. That fixed price is used to determine the value of the currency. Fast forward to 1914, the first US dollar was printed upon the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank, aka the United States government. The dollar officially became the world's reserve currency. So when it came to saving money, it worked. You could put your money in the bank and say you retire around 65 to 70 years old, and once you retired, you could live off your savings because money was actually linked to something physical. It was linked to gold.
We must protect the position of the American dollar as a pillar of monetary stability around the world.
But everything changed in 1971 under our President Richard Nixon. He took the US dollar off the gold standard and put the power of money in the government's hands. This is what you call fiat money. It is inconvertible paper money made legal tender by a government decree. With President Nixon introducing fiat money, to top it off, he also made it illegal for anyone to purchase gold and silver. I wonder why. Today, money is now backed by nothing. So whenever there is an exponential amount of a product, the value of that product will depreciate. Vice versa, whenever there is a limited quantity of a product, it will appreciate in value. Let me give you an example. We all know this guy. You've probably heard of him, I'm sure you have. Michael Jordan. He is arguably the greatest basketball player in the world, and his shoes are a hot commodity. If you were to perform a search on a pair of his shoes, you would find some of his shoes cost about $1,000. I know, crazy, right? Whenever a pair of his retro basketball shoes are released, there are a limited amount available to purchase at an average price of, say, around $180. As soon as the pair of shoes sell out, typically in 10 minutes of being released, the price goes up because of the limited amount available. Now those same shoes that were about $180 or so are now worth twice as much because of the limited supply available. When it comes to the US dollar, there is an exponential amount of supply due to the government printing it daily. This is why the value of the dollar depreciates daily. With the government printing trillions of dollars whenever they want to, this action introduces inflation. What is inflation? It is a general rise in costs to purchase goods over a period of time. Inflation reflects the decline of purchasing power of a given currency over time. Since there is a massive amount of dollars being printed every day, the value of the dollar drops as the value of purchased goods rises. Most people are told, including me, that you should go to school and get a job and save your money, right? That's usually the thing we're all told. But if, for example, if you put $1,000 in your bank account and you kept it in there for 10 years, right? So 10 years later, that $1,000 would be worth less. if you just kept it in the bank, say if you never took it out the bank, you kept it in the bank, 10 years later, it'll be worth less because of inflation.
Wait, hold up. So if I got a raise at my job for 2% for that year, and inflation is at 4%, it's almost pretty much the same as getting a pay cut for a 2% pay cut, and inflation being at 0? Man, that's whack. I'm out.
Mind-blowing, right? So if you want something done, do it yourself. I believe that to be true in most cases, and in this case, you should be in control of your own finances. Day after day, you work hard at your job, clocking in and clocking out. You then hand your money over to a stranger, promising you X amount of returns, or you keep it in the bank, and it is losing value daily. At the end of the day, who do you think has your best interest at heart? You guessed it, yourself. You are your greatest weapon. You are capable of making smart financial decisions, and you will have full control of it.
When you look at the future, there's also the argument made that this is something that goes with your philosophy today. Get out of cash and get into assets, because we don't know what's going to happen to the dollar.
Well, cash is always a bad investment.
Yes.
I mean, when people said cash is king a year ago, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, cash wasn't producing anything.
What I do is I accumulate cash. I don't let cash sit in a bank.
What's that phrase everyone says about money? Cash is king. But in reality, cash is trash. Now, I know most of you are thinking, this guy is crazy. Keep an open mind here. If you're holding cash in a bank, it is losing value daily. Cash by itself is not valuable until it is put to work. Still thinking cash is king? I hope not. When it comes to saving money, you should only do it for an emergency fund. Unexpected events always happen in life. That's just life. Your car may break down. If you own a house, your toilet or AC may break. With an emergency fund, you can cover these unexpected expenses and not rely on a credit card every time something unexpected happens. I suggest you save about 3 to 6 months of your monthly income and put it in a money market savings account. Always have an emergency fund because you never know what may happen. After your emergency fund is funded, the rest should be divided up into your investments. So how do you beat inflation? If saving money and keeping it in a bank or cash is not the solution, then what is? Investing. Either you invest your money in crypto, the stock market, a business, or real estate. Set aside a portion of your monthly income and put that money to work. Generally, I would suggest you set aside 10%. If you can't do 10%, then do 3 to 5%. Start with what you have. What this does is it builds your foundation and discipline of investing. So when you start making more money, you can add more into your investments. By doing this, you will beat the inflation rate and earn more money over a long period of time. You should be the only one in control of your own finances, not the government, not your teachers, even your parents, only you. You can be financially literate and be able to make wise decisions when it comes to your money, because I believe you will. You will take back control of your finances and make great decisions for yourself. The decision you make today to better yourself not only affects you, but generations after you as well. And I believe you will make the right one. What's up, everyone? My name is Michael Ablighty, and I hope you enjoyed this video about finance. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. It's definitely much appreciated. I know financial literacy can be boring, but it's something we need. And my goal was to make a video so that you guys can be entertained and also it can inform you and educate you. So I hope I was able to do just that. Please comment below your thoughts and whatever you'd like to say, and like this video. Also subscribe to the channel, and yeah, thank you for watching. Stay blessed. I'm out.